Morning guys, welcome to Tiger Tropics. As it says in the description, today or yesterday I got rid of Momo. Just in the end became a bit of a pain in the backside. Big lesson for me learned is I seem to do a lot better with species when I buy a juvenile and raise them. Then I seem to be able to have a bit more leeway in other species that can go in with and all the rest of it. I originally got Momo because he was beautiful and I got him as a pair, and as people might have seen in my videos before, they kicked off. They kicked off, and I kept him because he was to me had the right look about him. So for a month I battled with feeding problems because just wouldn't eat. Eventually he started eating, but sporadically. He was pretty aggressive to other fish. He just, you know, whatever happened, fish just wasn't happy. And I bought a ton of food, done water changes, which he really didn't like them, and other bits and pieces anyway, just things to encourage him to eat, and things like I gave him shelter and all that kind of stuff. Just wasn't having it. Also in the tank I had a large Southern pleco, which was just making a mess everywhere. And I kind of thought, you know what, he's got to go. So yesterday I bit the bullet, and I actually was pretty fond of him, but the tank just wasn't going nowhere with him in it. He was ripping things up and he was just being a shit. Pardon my French. So yeah, that's that was him. So I came home last night and I done this. As you can see, I basically merged two tanks together. Well, 180 over here, if you remember, my planted. I've taken the plants out and I've put them in here. I've got all the stones as well and the plants, and I've literally put them all together, and I've put all of the fish from both tanks in the one tank. Sorry. So yeah, I mean, I think the tank looks spectacular now, and got these guys the other day. Still a little bit skittish, especially after I was moving the tank about. But believe it or not, everyone's getting on fine. You know, I thought to myself, with things like your Acaras, your Jack Dempsey's, that we're going to have a problem with things like neons and one-line tetras. I mean, like, there's some real success stories here. Like this guy here, I grew him from a fry, and he's got potential being tank boss. You know, he's really got some he's got some attitude behind him. And this little ram and the female, they've linked up pretty well. The crib is a little bit at loss, but staying with his mate most of the time. But the beauty is I've got so much coverage and holes and spaces and all sorts. So I'm looking forward to the way this tank's going to evolve. I'm also going to be releasing a video where I'm going to put on a CO2 reactor on this tank. And the idea is that we're going to get big growth from all of these plants and create even more coverage for them all. So yeah. Yeah, so though it's a bit of a shame I had to get rid of the both of them, I think what I'll do is at a later stage, when I've got the money, I'll go and buy a much bigger tank, and I'll do the same thing. I'll do the same thing, like the same type of tank, but then I'll introduce maybe juvenile Oscars in there. So obviously, like, I've still got my Texas in there, which eventually is going to get very big. And these, what's the names? The silver dollars are going to get very, very big also. So eventually the tank will have to be upgraded, because the tank at the moment is 5 foot, is 151 centimetres long, and 40 centimetres deep, and 61 centimetres tall. So yeah, it's definitely going to need upgrading at a later stage, but for now I'm pretty happy with the way it looks. Hopefully get some growth out of it as well, and then when the time comes I'll upgrade it to a nice big tank. Now with this one here, I need to get a white bulb. I really don't like the colour at the moment. I've literally just left one pleco in here, and what's going to happen is my my African cichlids, the Mbunas, are going to go in here for the time being, so before they become a problem in the other tank. So yeah. Okay guys, so that's it. Going to give you an update of, I'm going to do a CO2 injection on that tank now, and I'll do the review on the devices, the AquaGrow CO2 powered diffuser. So basically what I'm going to do is show you what I'm doing to get the unit ready, to install it, what I got to install it, and I shall tell you how much it costs as well, and yeah, see how it goes. So like and subscribe, share the channel please, and comments as well. Help us grow the channel, we really appreciate it. Thank you very much guys, see you later on, take care.